Hey Samsung fans, today we've got some surprising news about Samsung's latest software rollout, and it's got a lot of Galaxy S24 users wondering what just happened. So, did Samsung really pull the One UI 7 update off the air after spending months testing it, rolling it out slowly across countries, and building up the hype? This is the last thing anyone expected. Let's break it down. Samsung had just started rolling out the stable One UI 7 update, based on Android 15 for the Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, and S24 Ultra. It first showed up in South Korea, then made its way to Europe, and finally landed in the USA. Everything seemed to be going well until people started noticing something strange. Now, if you check Samsung's servers, the One UI 7 firmware for the Galaxy S24 and S24 Plus is missing, completely gone in some regions like Korea and Europe. But here's the strange part. The Galaxy S24 Ultra firmware is still there and available for download. So what's going on? Is it just a glitch, or did Samsung find a serious issue? Right now, no one knows for sure, but a lot of people think it might be linked to the Exynos 2400 chip, which powers the Galaxy S24 and S24 Plus in most countries outside of the USA, Canada, China, and Japan. In those four countries, all three models, including the regular S24, come with Snapdragon chips, not Exynos. Interestingly, in those regions where Snapdragon is used, a One UI 7 update is still online, and people are installing it without any problems. That's led to one big theory. Maybe there's something wrong with the Exynos version of the update. In the past, Samsung's Exynos chips have had a rough reputation. Users have reported issues like overheating, lower battery life, and performance drops compared to Snapdragon models. If Samsung noticed problems during or after the update rollout, especially ones linked to the Exynos chip, it would make sense to pause the update temporarily until they fix whatever went wrong. But here's the thing. Samsung hasn't said anything officially. No warning, no explanation, no update on what users should expect next. And it's not like this is a small thing. The Galaxy S24 series is Samsung's top-selling phone lineup of 2024. People expect reliable updates, especially when the company took extra time to test and polish this one. To add more confusion, this issue doesn't affect other new flagship models like the Galaxy Z Fold 6 or Galaxy Z Flip 6, both of which are also getting Android 15 updates, and both are powered only by Snapdragon chips. So if you're using a Galaxy S24 or S24 Plus in Europe or South Korea, and you've been wondering why the One UI 7 update disappeared, it's not just you. Samsung really did pull it down, and until they officially explain why, all we can do is wait. The good news is this will probably get sorted soon. Based on previous update issues, Samsung usually works pretty fast to push out fixes. Most likely we'll hear something early next week, maybe even by Monday, April 14. Until then, if you haven't updated yet, it's best to just wait. Have you been waiting for the Android 15 update on your Galaxy S24? Well, the wait is finally over, at least if you're in the United States. Samsung has officially started rolling out the stable One UI 7.0 update to the Galaxy S24. S24 Plus, and S24 Ultra models in the USA. This update has been rolling out in stages across the globe. Earlier this week, Samsung launched it in South Korea. Then it hit some countries in Europe. And now it's finally landed in the US. But here's something to keep in mind. For now, the update is only available to users with factory-unlocked Galaxy S24 models. If your phone was bought directly from Samsung or is not tied to any carrier, you should be able to get the update right now. So what's new in this One UI 7.0 update? First, it's based on Android 15, which brings improvements in performance, battery life, and security. Along with that, the update includes the April 2025 security patch, so your phone is getting stronger protection against the latest threats. Now, depending on whether you were part of the One UI 7 beta testing or not, the size of the update may vary. If you were using the beta version, the update is around 400 to 500 MBs. But if you're upgrading from the regular Android 14 base version, the download size will be closer to 5 GBs, so make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi and have enough space on your device. To check for the update, just head over to Settings, Software Update, Download, and Install. If it's available for your phone, you'll be able to start the download right away. If not, don't worry, Samsung usually releases updates in batches, so yours could be coming in the next few days. For those who are a bit more technical, there's another option. Once the firmware files are added to Samsung's official firmware database, you can download them and flash the update manually. This is recommended only if you're experienced with that kind of process. Now here's the bigger picture. This is the first major Android version update for the Galaxy S24 series since it launched earlier this year, and it won't be the last. Samsung has promised 7 years of software updates for this series. That means your Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, or S24 Ultra will be supported all the way up to Android 21. That's one of the longest update promises in the Android world today, and it gives Galaxy users a big reason to stick with their device for years to come. So if you're using a Galaxy S24 device in the US, your phone is now more secure, more powerful, and more future-ready with Android 15 and 1 UI 7.0. We'll keep you posted as the update rolls out to other countries and more devices in the coming weeks. If you're outside the US and haven't received it yet, your turn is likely just around the corner. Make sure to like this video if you found the info helpful, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates on Samsung software, Android features, and upcoming devices. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Samsung has officially announced the release dates for the stable One UI 7 update, bringing major changes to Galaxy smartphones. The rollout begins on April 7 for the Galaxy S24 series, Galaxy Z Flip 6, and Galaxy Z Fold 6. However, the release schedule varies across different regions, so not all users will receive the update at the same time. For those in Europe, India, Indonesia, the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Mexico, New Zealand, Algeria, Egypt, Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Morocco, Saudi Arabia, Tunisia, UAE, and several other countries, the update will start rolling out from April 7. Meanwhile, Samsung plans to release One UI 7 in the USA and Canada on April 10, while users in Malaysia and Singapore will have to wait until April 14. Samsung typically rolls out major updates in phases, which means that even if One UI 7 is released in your country, it may take some time before it reaches your specific device. Some Galaxy users may receive the update sooner than others depending on factors like carrier approvals and device model. If you don't want to wait, you can manually check for the update by going to the phone's settings app, navigating to software update, and tapping download and install to see if it's available. One UI 7 is Samsung's most ambitious update in years, featuring significant UI improvements and new features. The notification and quick panels have been redesigned to be more visually appealing and user-friendly. The app drawer has been improved, making it easier to navigate and organize apps. One of the standout changes is the introduction of smoother animations when opening and closing apps, creating a more polished experience. The update also includes a new blur engine that enhances the appearance of the interface, giving it a cleaner and more modern look. A major highlight of One UI 7 is the introduction of the Now bar and Now brief. These new features aim to make notifications and real-time updates more useful, providing important information at a glance without disrupting the user experience. Samsung has also made significant enhancements to its Galaxy AI suite, incorporating smarter AI-powered tools to improve performance and efficiency. These improvements mean that Galaxy devices will not only look better, but also function more intelligently, adapting to user behavior for a more seamless experience. In addition to UI and performance upgrades, Samsung has worked on making the software more intuitive. The redesigned camera app is a good example of this, with a layout inspired by Vision OS. The goal is to make frequently used functions more accessible while also refining the overall look of the interface. The update also focuses on power efficiency, ensuring that battery life remains strong even with the added visual enhancements and AI-powered features. Once the rollout for the Galaxy S24, Galaxy Z Flip 6, and Galaxy Z Fold 6 is complete, Samsung will shift its focus to updating older devices. While an official list of eligible phones and tablets has not been shared yet, it is expected that many Galaxy S and Galaxy S series devices will receive the update in the following